Welcome back, people. Been a couple hours. We're good. So we're currently off to help at Falcon's Nest. But before we do that, we want to do the job quest for a warrior. Let's get started. Adventurer, the Maelstrom thanks you for your aid. A band of pirates flying the flag of the Serpent Reavers has landed ashore the island of Umbra. All the report indicates that the plans to use that as a foothold to attack Airport. Walls only defend the inland assaults, as well as a thing what might happen if the pirates pirated to bombard us from the cannons from the sea. Our course of action has been decided. We will take the fight to them, and before they have a chance to mount an offensive. Or what the hell am I? I can't talk right now. Our Rising Point at the Isle of Umbra, the pirates shall not well the wrath of the Maelstrom. So, you're the one from Wisecat said. You said much of your prowess. That's looking forward to seeing you in the fray. A former company of hero. Storm Captain. Good. Now all the troops are gathered. We'll start move out at once. Our objective is to slay the pirate captain without a head to lead them. The Serpent Reavers will scuttle back to their moldy ship. However, the task ahead of us should not be taken lightly. Reports tell us a fearsome beast under the captain's trawl. Take care not to let your guard down. Let us become the beast's next meal. Planning on becoming anybody's meal. But back before we're overwhelmed. Pirates attacked as if possessed. Right to 12, your axe cut them down. Press forward for Airport. Law prison. Main captain will soon be within our sights. I'll protect the wounded Sarah. Give them pirates a taste of your steel. Pirates think they strengthen numbers, but a storm captain is worth a dozen of them. So leave the wounded to recover here, sir, to me. Former company of hero, okay. Serpent Reaver captain. Stop the servant reavers. Ha 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 ha. Well, if he yells to Benter, you're on trying. It's been a long time since a pup had a flesh corpse to feast on. Oh, it's a reaver crawl. A fine actmanship I've never seen. However, now it's not the time to dally about in awe. This place fills me with foreboding. Let us meet again at Aleport. Nice teleport. Sarah, now that we are safely with the outer cursed isles, I'd like to thank you for your aid once again. Without the courage of the your fighting spirit bestowed upon us, we would have been overwhelmed. The Maelstrom is honored to count you amongst our allies. Captain speaks for all of us. Your ferocity inspired us to carry on in the face of the pious onslaught that drove you to fight with such fury. And here I thought it was that the axe was just for killing, but instead you wielded it in our defense, and you're willing to protect us, to give you the strength to surpass the limits of your mind and body. 7 hells. I've been fighting. I've been fighting all wrong. I've seen nary a Bella so fierce, or a protector more stalwart, Sarah. I would like to hear more about your skirmish from your eyes. After you recovered from the fight, pray speak me again. Raw intuition. Stormcap. No, it would seem that your battle at the Septon Reavers are bestowed upon you yet another technique of Eld. My comrade and I, as well, will not soon forget the ferocity with which you protected our lives this day. I shall return to the Maelstrom Command and inform them of your success. I took forward to the day we fight side by side once more. Lessons learned from the example of the servant aid and the countless battles to come. No doubt this Westcat and the others are eager to hear back from you. Give that old marauder my regards. How to train your warrior. So now we have war intuition. That's awesome. Ah, sir, I knew that the serpent reavers would fall swiftly before your axe. Did you learn or not from the skirmish that might be of aid? I did not expect such a feeble opponent to wake the beast from its slumber. But it seems your conviction to safeguard your comrades had much the same effect as pitting yourself against the bear of Albastia spine. So the information may be proven invaluable, but in the story likely lies the key to overcoming my brother's struggle. Speaking of it, my brother suffers injuries in the clash with the kobolds, and has come here to nurse his wounds as he did. It will please him to see an old friend as such as you. Pray speak with him. For the exchange of battle stories may serve to lift his spirits. Ah, Sarah. Enjoyed to see you came through your battles with the pirates unscathed. If only I could say the same. I've been ordered to rest until here until the wounds have suffered. I suffered and our fight against the kobolds are healed. According to the unit report, the kobolds unleashed a new type of explosion on Maelstrom troops. George valiantly threw himself upon it before detonating, shielding his allies from the worst of the blast. New bomb had destructive force unseen to Kobol's primitive explosions. That my brother is still standing before us is no small miracle. Truth be told, my wounds are barely served through to warrant sending me here. The moment I saw the bomb, I knew I couldn't let my comrades come to harm, and I leaped upon it with it as if by instinct. I remember nothing after that. Sarah had a similar story to tell. The Serpent Reavers almost overwhelmed the Maelstrom troops, but she remained undaunted in their defense, awakening the inner beast with a ferocity unseen before. You both poured your energy not into defeating your foe, but protecting your allies. Could this be the secret to taming the foes of the thorns of the beast within? If so, that means, brother, you have finally brought your inner beast to heal. What? But I didn't feel the beast taking a hold. This theory must indeed be tested, brother. Only your wounds, once your wounds have healed, it will serve you best to go off the worry keeping you from unleashing your full strength, swinging the axe unbidely by fear. But what if I succumb to the beast's call again? My training has only made me stronger. If I lose control, I could be worse than in Wine. Now is not the time for doubts. Your allies, nay, your friends will be your side. This will ensure none are harmed should the worst come to pass. I know the Fury demands that I fight without hesitation, but please, I must think of this. Aye, we should let Curious George's wounds heal before we demand anything more of him. Rest well, my friend. We'll return before long. Sarah, there's more I would speak with you about. Please pray visit me when you're ready. Peruse the inner beast within the fierce battle. The taming by the resolving of the fierce defense of your allies. The theory could serve us better than aimlessly scurrying at ancient tomes. But my brother still fears the consequences should he lose control. I need his fear should come to pass. You must be ready to stop him, and you have before, Sarah. Prepare your axe for our next battle. Oh, this here is Equilibrium. Nice. Awesome skill. Sarah, I can see the power in your stride. I feel that the inner beast is raging within you and you need such strength, and the next trial is at hand. Wisecat and my brother are here looking for more fighters supplying the undemanded Maelstrom troops in a new operation. They'll ask for you by name. Seek them out if you wish to raise the axe once more against the beast tribe. Speak with Curious George. Oh, sorry, I was like in my own head here. The maelstrom was once again in need of support. Is it not? Pray tell us what it is you require. Very well. Now that everyone is here, scouts have been reported increasing the activity amongst the kobolds. The 179th order seems to have produced explosives day and night preparation for all-out assault. From all indication, they aim to attack this very camp. The Maelstrom strategy is to intercept the bomb near Zalma's Run. Camp Bronze Lake is a haven for the wounded soldiers, and defense is one of our top priorities. If we had two legendary warriors by our side, our success would be all but assured. Zalma's Run is barely wide enough for one cart of rider abreast. If I were to lose control, none would be able to escape the beast's wrath. On the contrary, my brother, the battle is given you a chance to once again assert the dominance over the beast within. This is what you spoke of earlier, is it not? To tame the inner beast by devoting yourself to defense of your allies. Brother, if my theory turns out to be true, then control is within your grasp, and as long as Sarah is at your back, there's naught to fear. Will you turn away again? You know the path you wish to walk. The path of the warrior does not lie down in that road. Say no more, please. Leave me to my thoughts. Well, we're not much time for hesitation. The storm captain awaits near Zalma's Run, and we'll be departing shortly, Sarah. If you decide to join the fight, pray tell Curious George. If anyone can rouse him from his slump, it's you. My apologies for causing worry, Sarah. But brother is right. It is up to me to walk the path of might. I know that, but still I cower before the beast within. But a true warrior faces his fears. My axe in hand. Right, come, Sarah. Remind me that I've like to scoff my enemies' before I awaken the inner beast and slap the fear right out of me. Oh, damn it! What a blow! That's the stuff warriors are made of, Sarah. Thank you. I'll dominate the beast within, and our axe will stand indomitable against those bloody kobolds. Our enemies will feel the full force of my fury. I will not step one limb into the camp. Come, Sarah. We mustn't keep the storm captain waiting. As our both you encouraged or aiding us brings me comfort. Captain Bronze Lake. Cap Bronze Lake could not have asked for a more stalwart defense. Our strategy is to intercept the kobolds at two separate locations. Run. Separate location is Zalman's Run. And we'll split into two groups, with one warrior to protecting each one. Sarah, I'll be dispatching you to the east side. Mary is a single kobold. We'll make it through with your fury alongside us. Very sure we'll be charged on the western side. Defense, I'll see to you to cross the kobolds under your axe before today shall be no different. Once the 107th order have run home with their tails behind their legs, we'll render our Rendevoir. Our Rendevoir is to the north. So Rendevoir is to the north, and may the axe strike through the dismissed. God damn it, I walked right into their ambush. Was too bloody close. Goddamn thing of kobolds count and you're showing up. Looks like the eastern side is cleared. Curious Jaws and the others may need help. Hurry, Sarah. Sarah, my apologies. Seems that the kobolds couldn't wait for you. Camp Bronze Lake has not to fear the 179th order anymore. Curious George's axe was like a whirlwind, throwing the kobolds in every which direction. His curse carried us all through the battle unarmed. Without these two warriors on our side, I have no doubt that the kobolds would have overwhelmed us. I will be submitting a detailed report of your heroism to Whiskers and the Maelstrom Commander. You have fought bravely today. Let us return home for a well-deserved rest. Sarah, I can scarcely remember the last thing I fought as I did today. I swung the axe with ambition and I was free from the inner beast's grasp. It was just as my brother said. By pouring my strength into defense and of my allies, the beast within was tamed. However, the kobolds are hardly a true test to one's prowess. If the fight had been against a worthy foe, or a circumstance, if the circumstance had been more dire, oh, the battle today was heartening. It's too early to say I've subdued the beast. I'll return to Camp Bronze Lake to rest, Sarah. Let my brother know of our victory here. Interesting. Seems your victory was well earned. What of my brother? Was he able to fight without succumbing to the inner fury? Ah, so even with today's victory, he's yet dreads the consequences were he to lose control. Still, it's only for the strength of his own will that he may dispel the fog of self-doubt. Unfortunately, the beast tribes won't wait for curious doors to cause empathy. Storm Marshal Slagferson has sent word. It requires warrior strength to aid another Maelstrom defense. As you already know, the kobolds aren't the only ones nuisance that we have contend with. The Shajin have taken advantage of the distraction caused by the focus of the kobolds to launch an offensive against the tide gates. With the bulk of Maelstrom forces tied up in the kobolds' threat, we can ill afford to send any men to the fence at the gate of the camp, the Skull Valley, leaving us wide open to the Shajin's threat. Sarah, if our strength of a warrior were to be seen, see the people of Limsa safely through the storm, mayhaps the glory of our ancestor would be restored. And all the Orzian, all across the Orza would know that know of us as guardians instead of brutes. However, it saddens me to say that we cannot depend on my brother to be ready and to shoulder such a weight. Sarah, when the time comes, you must be ready to take on the task along. In the meantime, pray to tell me of the Battle of Zilma's Run, recall the fears you fought, and lose yourself in the memories of your fight. Excuse me. As before, the inner beast is roused, and he had nothing is at your disposal. Your progress is encouraging. Continue on your path. Continue on this path. Continue to challenge the limits of your mind and body, and victory of your battles to come is ensured. Equilibrium. This here is level 60. This is the last one in Heavensward. Sarah, the Sergeant force have been begun to marching upon the tide gates. It is time for you to come to the decisive battle, on which the fates of Luminians hang in the balance. My brother is still wrestling with his horrendous grabs about the inner beast, but this crisis will not wait for him. The successful defense of the tide gates depends on 2 warriors to beginning present. I shall not stand idly by either. I will lend you the meager aid I can with my healing magics. If your heart is steel battle, let us meet my brother outside. Sir, hurry, you're here last. Is my brother ready to depart? Preparations are complete. I'm ready to lay down my life in Limsa's defense. As we all are. The most recent reports tell that the Sergeant plan to use their massive sea beasts to overrun the tide gates. Us 4 will be in charge of defending the southern tide gates. With 2 warriors by our side, we'll beat those slimy fishbacks into the muddy depths from which they came. You're fighting too? But what? What of your wounds? You said 2 warriors. Aye. It's true, the injuries from our fight with Titan remains, but I reckon the Sergeant girls won't last as long. As for the warrior, well, we got 2 right here, don't we? We're not Whiskas. The Sergeant is rude today. They stood before our might. Alright, then let's head to Camp Skull Valley. The Sergeant won't soon forget this battle. The fate of Lim's Mills, I desire nothing more than to see everyone safely through this battle, but the beast within takes me within its clutches again. Sarah, I know what to do. Gather your strength and divine fear and mighty slap, and it's time to put training to work. Slap. That's the stuff, Sarah. Feeling that in the morning. Come hells or high water, the tide gates will not fall. I'll show the sergeant the iron will of a warrior, sir. Let us report to Commander Blackburn at once. It's nice to be able to knock this here out of the way pretty fast. And then focus on MSQ. And the other jobs. Operation depends on the successful defense of both tide gates. 4 will see you to the southern, while the other unit will attend to the northern. Although you're in fewer numbers, it would be foolish to expect anything but greatness from such historic fighters. All in charge of the defense of the southern tide gates are here. Thus, waste no more time. Not so fast, Whiskat. You do not think I'll let you take all the glory, do you? Stormmarshal Imzar. Idemzar. Plan to fight along us? There was naught I could say to stop him, but once he made up his mind to do something, there was very little that can. My sense of duty will scarce allow before to bear the weight of Limsa's fate on your own. My axe will take the first to greet the Sergeant's wave. And once more, I'd like to see the strength of those two warriors with my own eyes. Something tells me this will be a fight to remember. Storm Marshal, it will be an honor to fight by your side. Our axe will see the people of Limsa safely through the storm. Ready to defend us this day, the Sergeant means to descend upon us in an idle wave. But this will not stand strong. But you will stand strong. You will not allow the fish back to a single limb of land, nor will you give them any quarter. Our fate awaits us at Halfstone, to the tidal gate. Okay, let's go. Alien protectors of Limsa, this day the Sergeant mean to take an end to us. This will come shriekingly like a gale and descend. It will come shrieking like a gale and descend upon us with forces of a tidal wave. But will we falter? No. We will stand strong, unwavering until the tide recedes, stained with blood of their dead. Ah, of course. go. The beast has been tamed, Sarah. Brother, friends, thank you. My axe remains steadfast, friend. Stand at my back. My inner beast shall protect you. The fishback have brought more pets to be crushed under the warrior's heels. Sarah, brother, imbue your axes with the inner fury and show the world a warrior's true wrath. Before undaunted warriors smash these invaders with naught remains but fodder for the gull. Inner fury. Nice. And you're the last asshole. Where's your pet now, bastard? Where's your pet now? Warrior of light, courage, curious doors, the battle is won, and the sergeants scurry back to their moldy caverns. Today's victory is owed to the might of 2 warriors. Without you, we would not be standing here. Curious Doors wears the title of warrior with pride. Sure, couldn't have made it this far alone. It was only thanks to the bravery of my allies that I was able to dominate the beast within. The day will soon come With the proper training and instruction, all the peoples of Yorza can choose to walk the path of a warrior. Speaking of which, the Sajin have Fred dealt with. Speaking of which, with the Sajin Fred dealt with, the Maelstrom can now proceed with the plans to train its troops in the ways of a warrior, and who better to train them than one of the two siblings who brought their teachings to Eorzea in the first place. The Curious George and Broken Mountain, I invite you to instruct the Maelstrom recruits in the ways of your ancestors. Forge our troops into the mighty defense worthy of their title. Many moons have passed since we came down from the mountain village. And finally we can begin to realize our dreams. It's true honor. My brother and I will gladly accept your this appointment. So, mayhaps you're the one who needs to start training her harder. I dare say you're right. Sarah has some proper competition. We'll both fight where we need it. I'm bound by fear or hesitation, and in doing so, master the techniques of Eld. Sarah, I look forward to the day we both reach the peak of our strength, for then your face and a opponent worthy of an axe me. Oh, it's the Disseminate. Disseminate. And a 210 weapon and Cyclone Mastery. Okay. This concludes the Warrior of Light's quest for a Heaven's. Let's see here. This is a 210 weapon. This here is 400. Yeah, let's just say that we'll put this here far away. We don't need it. Okay. Let us proceed to the Falcon's Nest. Let the story arc begin. Let the Heavensward rise. On to Falcon's Nest we go. Aye. Okay, so, we are to talk with Redwald, because he will now give us an assignment. Several craftsmen in the service of House Desmal are contributing to the restoration of the Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at the building of repairing of fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Rolf, their foreman, tells me that he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind to seek him out? Sure. Where is he? Oh, he's right here. Ah, yes, I'm Rolf. Where do you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you on board. I've the honor of overseeing the fine mess you've seen before you. Send me over on one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build a mend and tell others of how to build and mend. But the fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. The icicle spirit I tell you, mark my words, there are pockets of them here and and there, just waiting for me to turn my back, and they just sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search for the hamlet and put them to the end, if you would stand watch long enough to ensure to find them. One. That's two. And we're free. Whoa, that was a long fall. Here we go. Ah, no. There's a woman that can look like she's found her marks. Just the sort we need around here. It's the kind that I hope to see when she sees the task undone. Good dab hand at Warcraft. I can tell. Now that I have any skill at arms to speak of mine, but that doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. But be a ways to keep you to myself when there are others out there who need your help, it's same as me. Now, if you're keen to keep you doing what you're doing, I'll ask you to head to the north of the pike. The bloody huge statue out in the waste. If you never seen it, Mason, by the name of Tyriamont, is out there training to the thing. Good man, Tyriamont, but I reckon he can take too much work for one. Might there be something you can do for him? That's one of the knights. It has to be. Hey there, Trevor. Brings you this way. Foreman, Frost bid you to assist me. Well, be fair for him to turn down the helping hand. I've been tasked with restoration of the sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say at least. Fortunately, just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. Or you could say, free and uh, free and brings me the bristles, and I'll be in your debt. Okay. There you are. Have you the bristles? Ah, feel that course it had said. That's why it's perfect for scrubbing the soot off the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? Spitting image of Hilduad. First of the Azure Dragoons and one of the Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything that Iranian despises. Which is why they take a searing it with dragon fire every time they pass it by. By no longer will we suffer the desecration of our nation's heroes. Soon this statue will be as free as it was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Isgard, and a message to the heretics that have returned. The work may be hard and conditional harsh, but as a proud Isgardian, I could have asked for no greater honor. Are you at for Falcon's nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight called Sir Usador, Usadori, stationed at the Elmville, to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve to be honest. And while I was we're away, she came through on a patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. A bit of a detour, if you wouldn't mind returning it to her. My thanks for you, friend. Off to a little detour, are we? What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest of what you were talking about. Confounded, that fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift adventure. Teramon's labor day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him by the fury? Have you known a sense of the decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a way, in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Tieramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. Ah, etiquette. I cannot get up here. Okay. must applaud your initiative, Mrs. Connor. Roy tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task for you in which you commit all the able bodies of men and women, you and Lord Archeriel included. Calm as ever, even if you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran, though. A veteran through and through. Just as Lord Drelamont said. Good. We have lost contact with a reconnaissance party that sent north to River's Meat in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whenever they were attacked or met some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless, must act quickly. For this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, lives of many men. The insurance we find our missing knights. To ensure we find our mission knights as quickly as possible, I've assigned each party to different areas to the search. You and Lord Archeriel will be working together. Seek him out, and we'll be ready to depart. Good luck. It seems we have been assigned to the area near Camp River's Meat, Mistress Connor. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many of our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from Cortha's western highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. What would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. Well, I'm not fucking running, that's for sure. You can fucking run if you want. I'll drive. And I would fly if I could, but sadly not. Oh, he has... What's all crafted? Okay. He probably purchased it all. Waste of money. Why we have tombstones. There you're there below us. Camp River's Meat. On our remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make a short effort of us. Come, know a path to the riverbed below east. The Black Iron Bridge. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it's possible that recent storms have succumbed in their trail, or that they have took an alternative route of Camp River's Meat. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Well, this hero is at least a confident son of Lord Edmund. Or Count Edmund, if I so choose to correct myself with. Reconnaissance party night. Are you all right? Heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mistress Connor. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in the furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until I saw shapes moving through it, towards us. Running towards us, with a naked steel in their hand. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, there was shouting and screaming. But after a while, I could not hear unfamiliar. I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye, my lord. The heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries the trace of their passing. For my brothers, we must. Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. As he has the right of his, Mrs. Connor. Whatever remains of the Heretics Trail will be gone with the next snowfall. We cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to the Falcon's nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp and signs of the attack. Should you pick up the Heretics Trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith. Be sure to leave some of the some clear footprint. I realize that the plan places you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, I will not be far behind. And Sarah, thank you. Fresh footsteps. The tracks continue to the north. Duty commences. Suspicious footsteps. But yeah, huh? Not gonna cure anything. Spineless heretic. Oh. Follow the heretic. I'm following you. Where you at, huh? Where you at? Where you running to off? Inside here? Down? Howdy-ho there, neighbor. You're definitely gonna die. Oh, you think you can get me? No, I think not. Oh, we have some funny people here. Okay. Let me show you my axe. Pick. Spell weaving heretic. Okay. Astrologian is not your book is gonna. Heretic's hiding place destination. Duty complete. Duty complete. Where you at? Huh?
Looking for me, I presume.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter
So
of
she's
hours,
around
Falcon's
before the
nest was
calamity,
buried
okay?
under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found, but I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were and should ever be. It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control.
It's not an excuse.
Fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Let's see. Mr. Skarner, praise Halone. You're alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we were too late. So they were looking to sell off the farmhouse. It's a pity Lady Ozza escaped. But we must let that detract from our accomplishments. We have them on the run. We have dealt our foes a telling blow this eve, my friend, and we shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenevish devils. The knights have a matter here as well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come. After tracking the heretics across the malms of ice and snow, I would say you are due for a few hours of rest to a warm fire. Upland Merlodon. Ah. Lord Estriel, Mr. Connor. All glad times to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcement could arrive by the Fury? I believe we have made great strides towards purging those lands of heretics. And I mean to say, when I deliver the report to my father and the Holy See. As well as will I, Lord Atheriel. Lord Atoriel. Atoriel. May it serve to remind our superiors what house Urandari and Fortemps were achieved through the continuous cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mr. Condor had established far more than we have hoped was possible. I cannot, in good conscience, impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Ritwell. We thank you for your hospitality. Last vigil. Welcome, Mr. Connor. Shall show inside the manor. Yes, please. Mr. Connor, I will speak plain. From the first, I question your motives and your competence unjustly. I realize now. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread. And quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Horchefon swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly enlisted. And he duly listened because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to his dear half-brother. Oh, so Horchefon is his half-brother. Okay. The legacy of my father's sole discretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him, and to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmead, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, and I wondrous task fought with danger. And there you were, the savior of yours, an honest guest of House Fortemps, my new comrade in arms, Horchefon's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me passed for me hope that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest nor a sign of fear. and you duly tackled the enemy down, tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Horsefund had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks my own weaknesses. But I would not doubt you again, Mistress Connor. On that, you will have my word. How's Fortim Stewart? Fortim Stewart, okay. Ah, Mr. Condor. My lord, the Count, much desires to speak with you regarding time with Lord Athoriel and Emmanuel. Emmanuelin. Emmanuelin. Emmanuelin, something like that. If you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emmanuelin's life.
Emmanuelin.
Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Fortom. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray, forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. Exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Emmanuelin. Though you have won the hearts of mine of my countrymen, there are those who would never be swayed. Men who will demise your efforts and resent your success, even as we celebrate them. This is one of our this is one such member of the House Desmiel. Is manipulating Sir Grenox, for he is not a man to dabble in politics and is of his own volition. He may generally believe your friends are to be guilty, though I'm quite certain his master knows better. Yet the truth will avail us naught. We cannot prove her innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Well, I know Sir Emmerich personally, so let's see if this here is just BS of all its might. And he is... okay. Ah, it's downstairs, so. Next to the Forgotten Knight. It has been too long, Sarah. With that, this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead Master Alphino and Mr. Tataru, I take it. Word of the detained reaches us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, no, not which is more Odysseus. Oh, which is more ludicrous, sorry. These charges or the flying feathered whale. Sir Grinox Sir Grinox's accusations are baseless. I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however. He is a knight of the Heaven's Ward. I speak of my personal guard. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all Ishgard, sworn to serve his emissary alone. Suffice to say, their testimony is unimpenetrable. I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the signs have done, rooting the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us defend the steps of faith, and drive back the Ranian horde and providing themselves true allies to countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left for us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course, in a trial of combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgard's law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face their guardians and a second of his choosing. Another knight of the Heaven's Ward, most likely. Two of them by the Fury. That can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magic talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obvious befit of martial skill, or bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Let's no doubt I'm ready to be willing to serve in this captivity, as I'm sure the Lord Horsford, but all her present, now that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and perhaps in the realm at large. Then it's settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform him of our intentions. Sarah will meet at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. A freaking tribunal. That's the tribunal, okay. Listen carefully, Sarah. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for trial by combat. Once the High Educator acknowledged the Mistress Tataru right to name a champion, that's when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grinak's face when he sees his true opponent. It will be priceless. More seriously though, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever contrive to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? I have no issues. I'm tired of this farce.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grino, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grino de Zemile, brother of the Heavens Ward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grino's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Oh, the rules of politics.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Let's see if you can... Oh, you haven't, because you're dead. Thing is, my friend, I am far more powerful than you ever will be. And the Fury has spoken, and they won. Alpha No level a year into Tower. You are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we to have received the wisdom, and see justice taught by her divine hand. Petitioners accused go forth in peace. Delivered from an unadmittedly demise yet again, my thanks as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory. To see you how you strove by the faces of that adversary. Two brave young souls bound together by the puissant bond of the camaraderie. Why, it drives me to be to the very depths of my soul. And been treated to such a rousing spectacular. It seems only right that I present you with a humble token of my admiration. Pray receive me this chocobo whistle. Whether you will summon a black turbo fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong, yet sleek, elegant, and yet eager. What do you say, Sarah? Would you take her for your steed? Well, Horsefon chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of the Hellenes Inquisitors. The Dome says that your steed must remain outside. Oh, I get the ether compass now. Perfect. Ether current now accessible. Collection expanded or ether compass acquired. You have attained a back chocobo. When riding this mount, you have the ability to fly, providing certain conditions have been met. To fly in a given region, you must first find and attune all local ether currents. In order to attune all the ether currents, you will have to need to accomplish certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid in your endeavor, you have obtained an ether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance near the ether current upon use. The ether compass can be found under collections under the duty section or off the main menu. View the progress, select travel, and main menu followed by the ether currents. Here we go. Good Hershey fun. Like Chopus will are all well and good. But we have true reward to the effort is the extraordination of your comrade. Or exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which is, I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, I pray return to the Fort Thames Manor. The court has done so already, and will doubtlessly be eager to discuss the day's event. It's just another mount. It doesn't consent. So back in the day, it was only, I think only some mounts actually had access to it. But anyway, so the ether current, so the whole ether current system, for people who don't know. So under travel, there's the ether currents. And in each region, there are 6 regions. You will have to get X amount of ether currents and complete at least 4 quests. 4 or 5 quests, I can't remember how much. On top of that, you will have to complete the main story quest, because the last quest in most cases in the in the area is actually an ether current is given to you at the last main story quest in that area. So you will never be able to fly in that area until you've done it. And that is also why it's good to do it. Get all things while you are doing the main story quest. Because when you're finished with this main story and move on to the new area, it will unlock. You will have it. And that means when you come back to do other things or need to do things regarding side quests and all that stuff, it's already done. And you won't have to go back to it. It's just a very, very tedious task to do if you are not doing it now. That is at least my approach to it. Others like to do it other ways. But yeah. And we are going inside. And Court Edmund. Court Edmund. Alone smiles on us yet again, Mistress Connor. Guided by the victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not why I doubted your powers. I understand. You understand? I merely knew the strength of their opponent. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Malin. Besting 2 of the Heaven wards while the city elite looked on. By the fury, everyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do it from now on. My lord? We have received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Mistress Connor. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor! I smell trouble. A personal summoning is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go speak with Anon. The priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Let's just run up there. The last thing we do today is we will unlock Dark Knight. I will promise that. Guardian Priest. We are honored to receive you, Mrs. Connor. Please, this way. This here. Oh, off the helmet. And no weapons also. Would be makes sense. No visitors are allowed to bear weapons.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors.
Archbishop
The Lord
Thordan
Commander
the
has
Seventh.
also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan the Seventh, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavens Ward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Ah, now let's see what actually is on his mind.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict.
Dangerous game, my friend.
And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
There's a lot of things he's not telling there, that's for sure. One thing he didn't, first of all, he didn't tell us. He entertained them and all that, but did he take their offer? Did the Asians give a taste? And on so and whatnot. I don't like that. It smells of bullshit. A lot of bullshit in between here. Like a huge, like a pile of dung. That's for sure. I wouldn't trust that old coot more than long I could throw him. Fuck him. Fucked a lot of them. Just the whole politics shit there, like... It should never happen, like... There's plenty of evidence, as he mentioned, before even considering pressing charges. Did not never come to that. Ah, well. Fuck him. Nothing, no?
There you are.
No.
Well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Asians.
Yep.
So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiphon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Okay, so what do we do now? Let us think on this here. Just think a little bit. So right now we have... I need to check something. Give me a sec. Yeah, let's do this. First off, let's just double click here. Did he just come back with a orchestration? Oh, it's blank. Okay, yeah. Don't care about it. Okay. Okay, so where is the market board? Over there. Yeah. I expected that much. Of course. Yeah, people are just robbing everybody blind here. That is robbery at bright daylight. So what to do? What to do? Well, first off, we're gonna eat a little bit here. Yeah, eat. Come on. Pop. There we go. Copperbell mines, okay. Okay. This here should bring us up to... Perfect. Fire sand. Ah, you bastard of... targeting weird stuff when I don't need it. Here. Fucking thing. You definitely lowered for this your duty the range of see, we should be able to. There. And there. Okay. done. And to the gates of Fort Tips. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ulas without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate. Which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Aye, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediate in trade negotiations between South Fortip and the Luminians Consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I'm happy to report that we have yet to stout a stout ally in Limsan, and the Admiral pledged her to cooperate, full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her. That we might discuss the best proceedings naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies. After that. When you arrive in Lominsa, make sure to make yourself known to Sergeant Zanziel. At the Bulwark Hall and lower decks, and I'll admit you to the bridge. There's always been at the Bulwark Hall. I don't know. I know. But before we do anything, we will go to the F Castle and get rid of some of the stuff we curated. Perfect. There, and let us just... No, wasn't here. Underway. Oh shit, that is 4 a.m. in the morning when it's done. Okay. Ah. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word, and I will take you to her.
Friends, 'Tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge.
Oh, they
within the
changed
Holy See,
her.
But full glad was I to learn that you had.
Oh, this here is actually. Okay.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the Saviors of the Realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seed Seer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seed Seer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo.
Yep. They didn't want the monarch to
Her
disappear.
death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Yaguri. Yaguri. That's for sure. Raban's survival is vital for Eorzea and his alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops to Julda. Spell the end of the alliance and war. Like has not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to your hands to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Base, and it was I whom I must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. But by way of a first step, you should seek Doman contract. You'll find her among the frontier hands at the Revenant's Toll, working in the kitchen. There. Ordona we go. Not open yet, okay. Oh, yes. Or is that this? $56 is when it opens up, okay. Let's see, is this hero's guide? There's much to be done in the River's Toll, but the guiding star of you. Job by guys, show your prime. Job icon determines that your person of skilled hands and your tool of choice. While such a request should usually offend the sense of the item level 50 and above. Okay. So, yeah. Let us just remove that from the list. And here we go. Ikiri. Mr. Sar, I knew in heart that you were safe, but see you again in flesh. Words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Babes turned upon us and took the Rising Stone by force. Amid the chaos, some few of the compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our depths. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, we received a word from Mr. Minster that you were searching for General Raban. As the Admiral will have been informed you, your recent movement in his cell in Maharaja Pit. At the same juncture, USAID at the 3rd unit were observed leaving this rising stone. This can only be only a simple coincidence. The purpose would be, we believe, is to escort the flame gem to the scene of execution. Suffice to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out the Beware High Bridge. Where I too am bound. Yeah. You sense the presence of a powerful mark. We've been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. USA has been a bound for a Halalati. We believe that is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hosan is presently keeping a watch over the entrance. Let's make haste and join them. So Hahalati is one of the proving grounds. For all this. Okay. Coming a good time, my friend. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Hatali. From this, we may be certain that General Ban is being held within. There's no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him and captors. Please see to the preparations and tell when you wish to proceed. Once one of our own will accompany you inside. Giri.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. with me!
Not a soul from the Colosseum has been seen. Take the lead, Sarah. We shall follow you close upon you. Defiance.
Away with you!
Leave this to me.
Has to be here, I think. Yeah. Raban is here. Okay. General. Where are the captors? General? You came. He is bound by some manner of magic device, yet I dare not force it open. I've heard of such a device. Chris Space will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will suffer not long. The poison will convey you swiftly onto the bottomless of trial, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Well, see here. I am pretty angry. Way's clear. I have to key. As attention to the prey sea, to the mist and the key. Oh, okay, now I'm getting. I'm just like. The Braves have the key. Okay. Let's see if we can find the fuckers. Where you at, you assholes? Ah, there, huh? Takes care of the fucking thing. No, where are the fucking Braves? Let's find the key. Maybe. Ah, there they are. Okay. Hey. I still want to pretty much fuck up that Lala if I can. Would be nice. My facts. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeals. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known what a clever contrivance the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. Ilbert. You mean to struggle on then? Very well. If you stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Bring it. Bring it all the way. Come, Scion, let's get this over with. Oh, I will fuck you up. Gladly. Gladly. Yes, Ilbert. And also, oh god, I will fuck you all up. High and mighty. Where's that fat Lala? Where's that fat Lala? There you are, you fuck. Oh, you're dead. You're so dead. You are dead, my friend. And now on to you, you fuck. Cure? Yeah, cure this. You archer there, you're also fucked. Got an axe with your name on it. Laurentius? Oh, I know. You were the fuck who killed the oh. Yeah. So regarding that, my friend.
This changes nothing.
Oh, it does.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Actually, you did.
Who is responsible for the assassination? I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used by the Scions, the city-states, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want, only what you can do for them.
Yeah.
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
Oh, please, let me get the Lala. Let me get the Lala. Come on, let me get the Lala.
No, Master Alpha, no. Now is not the time.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
Your feet gladiator.
Rest assured,
wanting to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Olorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Nice ploy, my friend.
Forgive
A
me,
nice
Hans,
ploy.
but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
General is safe. What news? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Ilbred and his minions have fled via another egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Abdon, I presume, and the signs of the seventh dawn. Dark stranger. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed, mistress. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct you to step to the waking sands. No, dead master Urianji awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to the cause. This is no ruse, I assure you, General Adlin. If you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage. You will travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. I've spoken with Uranja via link pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raban is in the safe hands. Let us make your way to Westman Bay.
My
Yonder.
dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It it was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Nope.
I ask when 'tis plain you know the answer.
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji.
Yeah, he was wanted to kill her.
It is my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends.
Yep.
He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Indeed.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing in my defense. My suspicion regarding the Sultana proved more present. Much remains to be done, but rescuing Raban has taken a vile first step towards resolving the matters of Enulda. We couldn't have done it without you, Sarah. Thank you. Let us see. This here is shite. Everything is. Zaro, yes, General Bond is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well. We shall return once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem that we are facing another crisis. The Iranians preparing to resume their siege on the Holy See. Although I'm loading the abandoned sultanas to our fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Drulala's claims. That being the case, I propose that we leave the Marshal Terrapin and the others to the investigation, and we return with haste to Ishgard. And that is also where we leave off. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to unlock, of course, what I said. We are going to unlock the Dark Knight. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna call it a day and continue tomorrow. Not as a Dark Knight, probably. It will take a little bit time for getting it up. So we are currently at level, what are we? It's level 51, so 20 levels. I can't grind that. It's possible, but not. I have work tomorrow, so no, that's not an option. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tribunal. Next to Tribunal, we have this here is Guardian Citizen talking about a fight being had. And we're just going to skip this here because I already did read it once. And now we're going to say yes. You guys, are you mad? We've been standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, fine. Keep quiet and listening because I'm only going to say this once. So far, as I was saying, the heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no signs of pain. Though there were no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading through everything limb and bloody. But it began to rise and envelop him as a mist. I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. Halonia be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, it doesn't matter. I heard the temple knights talking about dumping the corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it will be stripped of torched over the wall and be as though he never was. And as though we never had this conversation. Particularly Temple Knight. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And we have sooner rather than later. Come. This is it. Is this all that awaits? No more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Sarah? Sarah? I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? We were moaning in the sleep and sweating buckets beside. Name Frey. By the way. And no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing the Temple Knights drunk on authority of that, hey? Shame that the poor pompous arse got the better of me. But, now, about you. You touched it, yes. I couldn't have felt good. A voice, eh? Or rather, the distressed one besides. Please, someone beyond anyone. Not so fast. We need to talk about what happened to you. What's growing within you before you get carried away. There's darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you. Gives you the power to channel it. Do it with proper training, however, and it might hurt. So go ahead and ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. I know you're still worried about the screaming woman, so we'll keep this brief. The Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or strategy. We are free to follow our hearts and defend the weaker and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of the name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need to shield fugitives or filter. Here, my blade is your blade. My soul crystal is your crystal. Go on, take them. We'll need them soon enough. Let's see. Ooh, that's not good. 27, 30, 30, 30, 25. Well, it's not the worst. What's this? That is this. Unleashed. Ah, that's the AoE. Okay. Oh, let me check here. Dark Knight. I need to... Oh, Dark Knight is... No, Dark Knight is here. Ah, okay. Let us see... There we go. And that's all we're gonna do today. That's all we're gonna do today. That it? We're on the cusp of a new siege happening, so everything is interesting to some extent. But yeah, it's been a good run today. 2 streams around 3 hours each. Everything is good on that. So tomorrow we probably will, to some extent, keep on going if I have time. If not, well. you'll get a notification. Or not, you can follow on Twitter, which is actually the best place to do it. But other than that, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Thank you for talking. Have a good one. Later.